Serving fans throughout the Midwest and even more around the world, this is the Show Me Sports Network. The following is an exclusive broadcast property presentation of the Show Me Sports Network and is a high-fidelity, all-digital broadcast. This broadcast is copyright by the Show Me Sports Network for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast without the Show Me Sports Network's written consent is prohibited.
Are ready in the broadcast booth. Exclusive pregame coverage of Hallsville Lady Indian softball is brought to you by Avon with Michelle Carty, Boone County Journal, Centurion Cares, Eddie Goodell Society, Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC, Hallsville Athletic Boosters, Last Sentinel Firearms, Retrieving Freedom, Sawdust Studios, and Zealous WBGT. The excitement is building in the stands, and the tension is rising in the dugout as first pitch is just around the corner. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Hallsville Lady Indians softball on the Lady Indians Radio Network. Now let's go live to the field to the Show Me Sports Network broadcast booth.
Welcome into this Show Me Sports Network's production of Hallsville Indians softball here live from Macon. I'm Austin Thomas, and well, we got to start it a little bit late, but we are now live, so thank you for tuning in. And well, the score still 0-0. The top of the first just finished it up. Boonville started off with a ground out, then a strikeout before back-to-back walks, and then ended off with a strikeout to finish off the inning. So now, starting the bottom of the first, and leading off for Hallsville, it's going to be number 8, Edie Cobb. Cobb, the senior pitcher and utility player, takes the first one for a strike. Here comes the pitch, the windup, swung on, sent down the third baseline, going over to first, trying to get the out, and she's out of there. That's going to be 1 up, 1 down for Boonville to start things off here. Edie Cobb grounds out to third base. So, after that, stepping up to the plate, it's going to be number 7, Delaney Crocker, the junior. First pitch is taken for a ball, so 1-0 count. A little bit windy out here today at Macon, and the second pitch of the at-bat is swung on and fouled back over the netting. Evens the count 1-1. Now the 1-1, firing away, and that one's in the turf, so makes it a 2-1 count. Here's the pitch from Newham. That one swung on and sent into center field, but under that one and making the catch is Boonville, so that's going to be out number 2. Not bad contact there, but nonetheless, it does end up as an out for Delaney Crocker. Now stepping up to the plate, it is number 3, Meredith Blakemore. Blakemore, the senior for Hallsville. Here comes the pitch. That one's right down the middle for strike number 1. Makes it a 0-1 count. 2 away in the bottom of the first in a 0-0 ball game. That pitch is swung on and fouled right back over the netting, but now ahead in the count 0-2 is Lillian Newham, pitcher for Boonville. Newham, a senior, or sorry, a junior. Here's the pitch. That one swung on, and it's rolling down the third baseline, but picking that one up in foul territory is the third baseman for Boonville. Playing third base today, it's Emmy Kamigis. That pitch is taken for ball number 1. So makes it a 1-2 count now. After an 0-2, looked like she could have been in some trouble, but trying to work back into it. Here's the pitch. That one is high, so it evens the count 2-2. Meredith Blakemore trying to keep the inning alive with 2 outs. So the 3-2 count now to Blakemore. Worked all the way back from down 0-2. The full count. Swung on, sent down third base. Looked like it could have clipped off, but that throw is high over first base. Now going to second is Blakemore. Blakemore is safe at second base. Well, that's a way to keep the inning going on a little bit of an error right there, but nonetheless, the inning remains alive, and now there's a runner in scoring position. As stepping up to the plate, it's Brianne Wildenen. That pitch taken for strike 1, so it brings up an 0-1 count now. Two away with a runner on second. That pitch is low and in the turf. Again, an all-turf field here in Macon. No dirt out there. Playing a little bit in on the baseball field. You know, I always find it a little interesting to see no dirt on fields like these. And that one's sent down into right field. That's in the gap. And that one is going to be ruled a ground rule double as it rolls behind the fencing. But that is going to be the first run of the game thanks to the 2-out rally from the Lady Indians. And that makes it a 1-0 Hallsville lead in the bottom of the first. Well, what a way to get things going. Meredith Blakemore with 2 outs gets to second on the error, the throwing error from third base, and then makes it all the way home on Brianne Wildenhen's 2-out RBI double. So not bad at all for Hallsville, who had a fantastic season this year and are looking to continue that one as we are in the district playoffs. That pitch is high and going to result in ball number 1 as Abby Lear is at the plate. Abby Lear, also a senior, takes that one high for ball number 2. So a 2-0 count now to Lear. The runner on second is Brianne Wildenhen. Here's the pitch. That pitch is going to be high for ball number 3. So now a 3-0 count to Lear. Lillian Nguyen started off the inning very strong for Boonville, but hasn't been able to get any outs here. There's a strike to bring it to 3-1. She needed that. Abby Lear taking that one all the way. That pitch is going to be fouled back. So now a 3-2. Full count with 2 away in the bottom of the first. Hallsville just took the 1-0 lead. On second, actually, it's Sydney Palmer, the sophomore, as a replacement base runner, as that one is fouled down into third base territory. But again, past the fair line. So it remains 3-2. Abby Lear trying to keep the inning alive and, heck, maybe even drive in another run, a little bit of an insurance early on. Here's the pitch. That one swung on, and that one's popped up over to second base. And under that one to complete the out is Boonville. So that is going to finish off the first inning, but not before Hallsville makes a 2-out rally and takes the 1-0 lead. We'll be right back after this. You're listening to Hallsville Indians base softball and the district's quarterfinals here live from Macon on the Show Me Sports Network.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
And welcome back into the Show Me Sports Network's coverage of Hallsville softball here live from Macon as the Indians take on Boonville. And the Hallsville Indians have a 1-0 lead as of right now, thanks to a 2-out RBI double from Brianne Wildenhen as she drove in the base runner Meredith Blakemore following an error of 2 bases. So now a 1-0 game. The leadoff batter for the inning is going to be number 4, Aubrey Ritchie. First inning didn't result in any runs for Boonville. However, they did get 2 base runners on. Now a 1-1 count. Ritchie, just a freshman on varsity this year, as that one's fouled back to bring it to 1-2. A little bit of a younger team, only 1 senior on this Boonville Lady Pirates softball roster. And that one's taken for strike number 3, and that's the first out of the inning for Hallsville. Now Emmy Comegys stepping up for the Lady Pirates. Here's the pitch. That one swung on and missed. Wildenhen, the pitcher today for Hallsville. And out number 2 right there, as that one's a ground out.
Sophie Zeller.
So pretty quickly, 2 away here in the top of the second inning. Nobody on. Now stepping up to the plate, it's Sophie Zeller. Here's the pitch. That one swung on and missed to bring the count even at 1-1. That one is swung on and missed, and that is going to make it a 1-2 count now. So the 1-2, that one swung on and missed. That's strike number 3. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Brianne Wildenhen, who's now at 4 on the night after 2 in the first inning, and quickly away with the Boonville Lady Pirates. At the end of 2 innings, in the middle of the second inning now, Hallsville leads 1-0 at the end of that inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base for Boonville. You're listening to Hallsville Indian softball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Whether it's balls and strikes, fouls, or flags, your referees and game officials are a vital part of high school athletics. If you've ever tried your hand at officiating, you know how hard these men and women work, and you certainly know that they would never miss a call intentionally. Keep these things in mind as you attend sporting events. After all, respecting officials and authority figures is one of the most valuable lessons that we could teach our students. This message has been brought to you by your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association.
Welcome back into Hallsville Indians softball here in the bottom of the second inning, and Hallsville leads 1-0. The leadoff batter for Hallsville is going to be number 23, Ellie Schisler. That one swung on, popped up into the middle of the infield, and nobody's able to call it off, and that one drops down. And now over to second base. Well, hold on one second. You know what? That one was a foul ball. Oh, okay. It bounced backwards thanks to the wind pushing straight back. It bounced in the middle of the infield and then rolled out of bounds into foul territory. That is crazy. I don't know if I've ever seen something like that. That one popped up into the first base side, rolling into foul territory, but this time it is caught, and that is going to be out number 1. As Ellie Schisler goes down to lead off the inning. Now Maddie Carmichael stepping up, the freshman. That one popped up to the catcher, and under that, for out number 2 pretty quickly. Now 2 away for Boonville. We're trying to stay in this thing and keep Hallsville scoreless. Now number 18, Haley Martin, stepping up to the plate. Taking a little bit of time, making sure that she's got the calls that she wants, is Lillian Newham, the pitcher for Boonville. And the pitch, that one is in there for strike number 1. Brings the count to 0-1 on Haley Martin. Here's the pitch. That one's bunted and sent into the pitcher over to first base, and that's going to be out number 3. Well, the bunt attempt doesn't end up working for Hallsville right there, and they end this bottom of the second inning pretty quickly. At the end of 2, it's Hallsville 1, Boonville 0. And in that inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base for Hallsville. You're listening to the Hallsville Indians softball coverage on the Show Me Sports Network. We'll be right back after this.
Running out of some of your favorite Avon products and haven't seen an Avon brochure in quite some time? No need to worry. Avon Independent Sales Representative Michelle Carty can help with your Skin So Soft makeup, jewelry, fragrance, and skincare needs. Avon now carries cleaning supplies, clothing, daily essentials, and several small LG electronic items. You now have the opportunity to shop online 24/7 and have your order shipped directly to your front door by shopping with Michelle at mcarty.avonrepresentative.com or find her on Facebook by searching Avon Carty.
And welcome back into the Hallsville Indians softball coverage here on the Show Me Sports Network. We're in the district quarterfinals. Exciting times here, live from Macon. I'm Austin Thomas, and we're back. Leading off the inning for Boonville is going to be Delaney Crocker. Or sorry, I got my teams mixed up right there. Apologies, that's Grace Polson. Grace Polson now down 0-2 in the count. And that one's taken for strike 3.
And bat number 2, Allison Eichelberger.
So now Allison Eichelberger, the only senior on the team, stepping up to the plate. And that pitch is taken for ball number 1. And that pitch taken for strike 1, so now a 1-1 count. And the pitch, that one is in there for strike number 2. So a 1-2 count to Eichelberger, the leadoff batter. Top of the order for Boonville. That one swung on and fouled away, so it remains 1-2. And here's the pitch. That one is an off-speeder, but it's connected on and sent down the third base line, and that one's going to fall in for a single. So Allison Eichelberger gives Boonville a little bit of momentum. And now that's going to bring up Cora Thompson to the plate. Her first plate appearance, she ended up striking out. Second out of the first inning. And the steal attempt, as that one is inside, and it looks like it hit Thompson, and it did. So she is now going over to first base, and there is a runner on first and second pretty quickly. Now Lillian Newham stepping up to the plate. And coach for Hallsville stepping out to have a little bit of a chat. Ryan Crane, the head coach. And looks like the umpires are going to have a meeting real quick. Checking over to make sure that everything is figured out here. District quarterfinals, of course, a very important game. You do not want to have any mistakes here if you can't avoid them. It looks like umpires had it resolved. They're going to talk over. Still discussing things, and all right. Done discussing there. And that one is going to be caught behind by the catcher for out number 1 on the inning. Or out number 2, I should say. Sorry about that. That one swung on. That one's popped up into foul territory, and that one's going behind. So no catch there. No catchable ball. It's Maddie Wells at the plate. Fouling the first one away. And an 0-1 count with 2 away. Runner on first and second for Boonville. Here's the pitch. That one is low for ball number 1. Evens it 1-1 on the count. And the pitch, that one is in the dirt as well, so a 2-1 count incoming. The 2-1, that one swung on and fouled right back into the netting. So it evens it 2-2 yet again. And that one swung on and missed. That's strike number 3, the end of the inning. And Hallsville maintains their 1-0 lead through the middle of the third. In that inning, 1 hit, no runs, no errors, and 2 left on base. Again, still a 1-0 Hallsville lead in the middle of the third inning. We'll be right back. You're listening to Hallsville Indians softball coverage on the Show Me Sports Network.
At the Boone County Journal, we're with you all the way. We know that you're more than just a subscriber. You're an employer, you're a parent, you're a neighbor, Most importantly, you're a community member. It's our goal to provide you with the latest news, sports, opinions, obituaries, classifieds, and more to keep you informed about your community. To find out more about the Boone County Journal or to subscribe, call 573-657-2334 or visit bocojoe.com. The Boone County Journal. We're with you all the way.
Welcome back into Hallsville Indians softball coverage on the Show Me Sports Network. I'm Austin Thomas, and we are in the bottom of the third inning here from Macon. Hallsville leads 1-0 over Boonville, and leading off for Hallsville, it's going to be number 2, Marissa Austin. Austin, the senior outfielder. That pitch swung on and missed for strike number 1. Austin's first plate appearance of the game. And the 1-0, that one swung on a little ahead of that one and sent over to second base for out number 1. As going over to get the out at first base was Sophie Zeller from Boonville. So, pretty quickly, again, 1 away for Hallsville. Now, Edie Cobb stepping up to the plate, the shortstop for Hallsville. Here's the pitch. That one is just a bit high for... All right, never mind. It looks like they called that one in there, so it's an 0-1 count. Apologies for that. Right on that high edge, so a good placed pitch. That pitch is going to be a little high. It tried to, get the same pitch Lillian Newham did, but just a little bit higher than that last one. So that makes it a 1-1 count now. And the 1-1, that one is high and away. So that brings it to 2-1 on the count. Here's the 2-1. That one swung on, and that one's popped up over into first base foul territory and trying to make the run. Can't quite come down with that. And that one's going to fall just for a foul ball. So now a 2-2 count to Edie Cobb. Here's the pitch. That one is outside for ball number 3, and it loads the count 3-2. Here's the pitch. That one swung on, sent down the right field line. Can she make the catch? No, that one's going to trail right to the fence, so it's just going to fall foul. Still a 3-2 count now to Edie Cobb. Looking to get things started again for Hallsville here. Trying to build some insurance. They find themselves up 1-0 in the bottom of the third. Taking a little bit of time here. Now getting ready for the pitch. Here it comes. That one swung on. It's high, but swung on. Going over to second base and a low throw over to first. That one's going into the dugout. And now running to second base, it's Edie Cobb who's going to get in there with what seems like it could be a single and then advancing to second on the error. So now Delaney Crocker stepping up to bat with a runner on second base. Now a 1-0, or now an 0-1 count, sorry. That one swung on and fouled right back, so it makes it an 0-2 count. That one swung on, sent over to third base, can't come up with it, and just going to have to hold that one there. So now nothing for
At bat number 3.
no outs there on the play for Boonville. So now runners on first and second. One away, and looks like a mound visit coming here for Boonville. Head coach Christy Zeller going out to the circle to check on her pitcher, Lillian Newham. And now they're breaking and ready to play. And Meredith Blakemore stepping up to the plate with one away and runners on first and second. A 1-0 lead for Hallsville. The 0-0, that one's low and in the turf. That one's going back to the backstop, and both runners will advance. So now runners on second and third for Meredith Blakemore. Dangerous territory now for Lillian Newham. That pitch gets over into left field and going home on the RBI single. That one is going to make this game 2-0 as Meredith Blakemore comes up with the big hit. So all of a sudden, Hallsville now up 2-0 in the bottom of the third. And Brienne Wildenhan, who put up the first run on the board with her RBI double, she steps back up to the plate with runners on first and third. The pitch, the stolen base attempt going over to second and trying to get a little bit of a throw down there so they could pull the run home, but going to the pitcher. So now taking second base is Blakemore on the stolen base. So now runners on second and third for Wildenhan. That pitch is fouled right back. Makes it an 0-2 count. Now the 0-2. That one's high. And a nice play back at catcher to pull that one down. Brings it to a 1-2 count now on Wildenhan. The pitch, that one swung on and fouled back into the netting, so it remains 1-2. Still one away in the bottom of the third. 2 runs have scored this game, one in this inning and the other in the first inning. Lillian Newham, the pitcher for Boonville. Here comes the pitch. That one is an off speed, but that one is going to miss outside and a little high, so it makes it 2-2 on the count. 6th pitch of the plate appearance incoming. Here it comes. That one is high for ball number 3, and now the count sits at 3-2. Full count now to Wildenhan, who found herself down 0-2 in the count earlier. works her way back up to a full count. Way to work the pitches from Lillian Newham. Runners on second and third. Here's the pitch. It's swung on and missed. And a great strikeout there from Lillian Newham, who needed that one to get back into a groove and gets what she needs for Boonville. Now 2 away, still with runners on second and third for Abby Lear. That pitch misses high for ball number 1, so a 1-0 count now to Lear. Here's the pitch. That one also high, so it makes it 2-0. And Lillian Newham trying to keep this thing a 2-0 game. She pitches. That one swung on, sent over to the first base side. Second base, can't quite get it, and that is going to result in an error, and Hallsville scores a run there. Abby Lear getting over to first base. And coming home to score, it was Delaney Crocker.
And bat number 23, Ellie Schisler.
So now runners on first and third yet again for Hallsville as they find themselves up 3-0. Here's the pitch. That one is going to be in there, upper side of the strike zone. Nice pitch, painting the edge right there from Lillian Newham, and it makes it an 0-1 count to Ellie Schisler. Schisler flew out in her first one. That one sent into right field and off the tip of the glove and rolling into foul territory and rounding into second base is going to be Ellie Schisler, who comes up with a double there, sends home a run, and now Hallsville, they find themselves up 4-0. Big hit there from Ellie Schisler to really add on to this lead. So 2 away, and now Maddie Carmichael steps back up to the plate, takes first pitch for strike number 1. Her first plate appearance came last inning. She ended up flying out, kind of popped out to the catcher. Here comes the pitch. That one swung on and fouled back into the netting, so it makes it an 0-2 count now. Maddie Carmichael looking to stay alive. That one swung on, popped up over to first base side and off the tip of the glove from first baseman Allison Eichelberger, and rolling into foul territory and running over to first base safely is going to be Carmichael. And it makes this game a 6-0 game as both the runner from second and third come around to score for Hallsville. And wow, this game quickly seemingly getting out of hand. Boonville going to need to stop Hallsville from scoring.
And bat number 18, Haley Martin.
Now Haley Martin stepping up to the plate for Hallsville. Martin, the junior for the Lady Indians. And the 0-2 count now, or the 0-1 count as she take the first pitch for a strike. The 9th batter of the inning for Hallsville. That one swung on and missed, makes the count 0-2. Runner on first base. That pitch is fouled back over the top of the netting, and into foul territory. And here comes the 0-2. That one is in the dirt, and a wild pitch going over to second now. It's Maddie Carmichael. And going to take for ball number 1, it's Haley Martin. So, looks like a umpire's timeout, making sure that everything's figured out here. They're going to check in with each other, make sure they got everything all good. And taking first base, and I'm not sure if that was an intentional walk. It seems like it was. So Haley Martin going to first on the intentional walk after the wild pitch, and now Marissa Austin stepping back up for the second time this inning. Making my score sheet out here a little interesting as I'm going to figure out how to do this. An 0-1 count now as she swings and misses. She had grounded out to start off the inning over to second base, the first out. But then Hallsville started to get those bats alive, as that one is a bunt attempt, but it is going to be a foul tip for strike number 2. Runners on first and second for Hallsville. 2 away, up 6-0 here in the bottom of the third, as that one's fouled back into the netting. So it remains 0-2 to Austin. And switching out the softballs real quick. Lillian Newham, the pitcher for Boonville, looking to end this inning right here. Here comes the 0-2. That one swung on and fouled back off the pads of the catcher and into the netting. So it remains 0-2 yet again. 4 pitches, all 4 have been strikes so far for Newham. Here's the 0-2, that one an off speed, as that one is going to fall way high for the first ball. The announcer's jinx really coming in right there. Mentioned 4 for 4, and first miss of the plate appearances. That one swung on and missed, and that's going to, looks like they called that a foul ball, as it dropped out of the glove of the catcher. So it remains a 1-2 count. Time taken from Austin. Making sure she's ready to go. She faces off against Newham. Here's the 1-2. That one swung on, and that one's high in the air into right center field. Under that one and making the play is Sophie Zeller, and the inning finally ends for Boonville after what seems like ages. The first out of the inning, also the last out for Hallsville, but at the end of 3 innings, it is Hallsville 6, Boonville nothing. In that inning alone, 5 runs thanks to 3 hits from Hallsville and a couple errors as well, make it 3 errors. At the end of the inning, 2 players were left on base. So Hallsville up 6-0 in the district quarterfinals here from Macon. We'll be right back. You're listening to Hallsville Indian Softball on the Show Me Sports Network.
Fans, when you attend a high school game, do you stand at attention during the national anthem? Do you cheer a good play by the opposing team? If your team loses, do you take it well in stride? If you have answered yes to any of those questions, you are showing positive examples of sportsmanship. Don't forget that when you attend high school events, young eyes are watching you for examples of acceptable behavior. By making a conscientious effort, you'll be helping our students grow into better citizens. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Welcome back into Hallsville Indians softball. I'm Austin Thomas, and we are now in the top of the fourth inning. The Indians find themselves up 6-0 after a 5-run bottom of the third. Brianne Wildenhen remains on the mound for Hallsville, and leading off for Boonville, it's Casey Bedell. Here's the pitch. That one's fouled back, makes it an 0-1 count. Last inning, Boonville ended up having a single and then a hit by pitch with one out to put runners on first and second, but could not convert those into runs as they came up scoreless again. They'll be looking to change that. The 0-2, that one swung on, caught up at the top of the bat, but going into right field for a single is going to be Casey Bedell. The first hit on the night for Boonville comes in the top of the fourth inning as they look to change how things have been going recently. Looking to get something going for Boonville as a bunt attempt put out there, but that one's going to be fouled back, so an 0-1 count. Aubrey Ritchie, the first baseman, stepping up to the plate. Here's the pitch. That one's bunted, and in foul territory, it hit off of Ritchie. So it's just going to be a foul ball, makes it 0-2. Trying to make the claim of interference is head coach Ryan Crane, going to talk with the umpire and making sure that everything is worked out over there. And it seems like they're all good to go.
At bat, number 21, Emmy Comagese.
Looks like they will call that an out. As they debate whether she was in fair or foul territory when the ball hit her. So the pitch had came in, and it was a bunt attempt. And trying to put this one down, it got under the ball. Aubrey Ritchie got under the ball with the bunt, kind of popped it up, and still ran down the first baseline trying to get to first, as you should, and seemingly trying to decide whether she was in fair or foul territory when she was running when the ball hit her, because the ball then came back down and hit her on the back. And it does look like they will now call it a foul ball. So they change up that because she was in foul territory when she was hit by the ball. So making sure they got the play call right here. Umpiring crew going over to talk to Ryan Crane right now. And they've got everything all cleared up, and it looks like we're ready to go here. Here's the pitch. That one swung on and missed for strike number 3. So despite her seemingly being called out the last time and then not being called out, she does end up with the strikeout right there, as that's going to be out number 1 on the inning. Remaining on first base, it's Casey Bedell. And first pitch of the next at-bat is going to be strike number 1. This is Emmy Comagese, the third baseman for Boonville. The 0-1, that one swung on and missed as well, so it brings it to an 0-2 count in the favor of Hallsville. Brienne Wildenhen has looked very strong on the mound, has not allowed a run so far. Boonville looking to put up their first runs. One out here and make that two on the strikeout. A swing and a miss from Emmy Comagis. And that is going to bring up Sophie Zeller to try and keep the inning alive. So 2 straight strikeouts for Wildenhen, who looks like she is dealing right now. And another first pitch strike for Wildenhen. Her last 7 pitches have all been strikes. That one fouled back, so therefore another strike. Looking to make it 9 straight strikes and 3 strikeouts. To end the inning here, Wildenhen with the pitch, swung on and missed, and she does just that. 3 away, and keeping the leadoff single at first base was Brienne Wildenhen, as she got 3 consecutive strikeouts throughout the night. She has been stellar. 9 total strikeouts through 4 innings for Brienne Wildenhen, who has been untouchable today. And in that inning, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. And in the middle of the 4th, it's Hallsville 6, Boonville nothing. You're listening to Hallsville Indians softball coverage on the Show Me Sports Network.
Buffs RV is your locally owned and operated RV dealership in Festus, Missouri. We've been in business since 1972, with several of our employees having over 30 years' experience each in the industry. We strive to put customer satisfaction first and foremost. Buffs RV has a well-stocked parts inventory with our main focus on our service department. Call us at 636-937-9183 or stop by and see us at 2085 US 67 in Festus. Whether you need advice, parts, or service, and everything in between, Buffs RV, where your adventure awaits.
And welcome back to Hallsville Indians softball coverage, live from the district quarterfinals in Macon, Missouri. Live from Macon High School, it's Hallsville versus Boonville. And, well, a fun game right now for Hallsville as they lead 6-0. Edie Cobb leading off the bottom of the 4th. She's found herself quickly ahead 2-0 in the count. That pitch taken for ball number 3, so a 3-0 count now to Cobb. Cobb looking to start the inning off right for the Indians. Here's the pitch. That one's taken low for ball number 4. And leading things off with a walk, it's Edie Cobb. So now stepping up to the plate, it's the third baseman, Delaney Crocker. Crocker reached first on the error, the throwing error from third base last inning. Ended up coming around to score on the error from second base off of Abby Lear as well. Her first at-bat, she ended up flying out to center field. So now an 0-1 count to Crocker. Crocker, the junior, sends that one into foul territory down the right field line and makes this an 0-2 count. So the 0-2 now for Delaney Crocker. First base, it's Edie Cobb, and on deck, it's Meredith Blakemore. Due up in the hole, it's Brienne Wildenhen. Taking a step out of the box real quick, it's Crocker. Getting herself set back up. Here's the pitch from Newham, and that one's in the turf. Going over to second, trying to take the base on the throw in the dirt, and getting caught out. It's Edie Cobb. And a nice throw from the catcher from Boonville to go all the way down to second base and throw her out. That was Maddie Wells behind the plate as she goes back and blocks for that pitch, and it's going to be a 2-2 count now. The 2-2. That pitch swung on and hit into foul territory down the third base line. So it remains 2-2 now. And that pitch is taken inside to load the count 3-2. Crocker staying alive here. Edie Cobb started off leading off with that walk, but then was thrown out at second. And that pitch taken low for ball number 4. And she's going over to first base now.
At bat number 3, Meredith Blakemore.
So now Meredith Blakemore stepping up to the plate. Blakemore, the first baseman for Hallsville. Senior. Her final playoff run with the Indians. Looking to make it a big one as they find themselves up 6-0 in the bottom of the 4th inning. One away. Runner on first base. Meredith Blakemore on the 0-1 count sends that one high into center field, and making the catch in center field is going to be Casey Bedell. So that's the second out of the inning. The first one from a batter, as the other out had come on the caught stealing. And now Brianne Wildenhain stepping up to the plate, and it's an 0-1 count as she takes strike number 1. The 0-1 count now. Lillian Newham still in the circle. She throws an off speed, and that one is barely made connection with from Wildenhain and sends that one just back over the netting behind her. So brings the count to 0-2. Wildenhain doubled in her first at-bat. Her second at-bat, she ended up striking out, but did pull 7 pitches. And that pitch swung on and missed. That's strike number 3. And that's going to do it for the 4th inning. In that inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base. And now Hallsville leads still 6-0. Boonville will look to get back into this thing as they come up to bat next. You're listening to the Show Me Sports Network and Hallsville Indians softball coverage, again on the Show Me Sports Network.
Role models are more important than ever in today's society. You can serve as a role model for others the next time you display good sportsmanship at a high school athletic event. Good sports are winners and are also vital to preserving our fine sports traditions. So the next time you attend a sporting event, remember to be a good sport and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Welcome back into Hallsville Indians softball coverage on the Show Me Sports Network.
At Centurion cares for more than 3.
And we are live in the top of the 5th inning as Boonville steps back up to the plate. Leading things off, it'll be Grace Polson, the left fielder for Boonville.
And bat for the Lady Pirates, number 7, Grace Polson.
Polson, just a freshman. She's the 9th batter in the lineup. She bunts that one, and that one hits the backstop and drops foul. She struck out on 3 pitches her first time up. She falls down 0-1 now. Brianne Wildenhain has been fantastic as she deals again. Strike number 2 on the swing and a miss from Grace Polson. And here's the pitch. That one is in there for strike number 3. Called strike 3 looking. And put that one in the books backwards. On the strikeout, Brianne Wildenhain. 4 straight strikeouts, all on 3 pitches. So now Allison Eichelberger looking to change that, and she does, as Wildenhain finally shows some mortality and misses the first pitch. She shows that she's not, a god out here, as misses that one, and that one going to be fouled away. Now a 1-1 count. Been fantastic in the circle tonight. No runs allowed. Wildenhain pitches there, and that one is just below the strike zone. So it brings the count to 2-1. And here's the pitch. That one is high for ball number 2. Makes it a 2-1 count. Sorry, a 3-1 count. That pitch is going to be fouled into the netting on the right side, first base side. Eichelberger, as a senior, doesn't want this to be her last game. Finds Boonville down 6-0, so she sends that one, but it's fouled off of her foot and into fair territory, but it is a foul. So Eichelberger stays alive. 1 out in the inning. Wildenhain pitches, and that one is fouled over the netting on the first base side. And it remains a full count, 3-2. 8th pitch of the plate appearance incoming. Here it comes. That one is swung on and sent into right field, and it's going to drop. And that's going to be a a 1-out single for Allison Eichelberger as she looks to get things started. Her last at-bat, she also had a 1-out single. Ended up being stranded over at second base, though. She'll be looking to come around here. She's now 2 for 3 on the night. Cora Thompson steps up to the plate. She's stealing second, and in there with the stolen base, it's Eichelberger, and a great jump from her. So I believe that it was a ball. Though I was more focused on the runner. So here's the pitch. That one is swung on and missed, so that's going to be a strike there on Cora Thompson. So it looks like the first pitch was a strike, so it brings it to an 0-2 count now. Runner on second base. Cora Thompson hits that one and pops it up first base side, and coming under that one to make the catch, it's Maddie Carmichael. And that's going to be out number 2.
At bat number 15, Lillian Newham.
So now Lillian Newham stepping up to the plate for Boonville. 2 away, trying to keep the inning alive and put some runs on the board here. She fouls that one over her own dugout on the first base side. So a 1 count now to Newham. Newham, a junior for Boonville, and takes that one low for ball number 1. Makes it a 1-1 count. Eichelberger showing that she might try and take third over from second. And here's the pitch. That one is low for ball number 2. And now stepping up to fake the throw down there was Ellie Schisler, the catcher for Hallsville. And the pitch, that one swung on and missed. Makes it a 2-2 count now. And the pitch, that one swung on and sent foul down the third base line. So it remains a 2-2 count. Trying to keep the inning alive, and with a runner in scoring position now, trying to potentially give Boonville their first run of the game. And the pitch, that one is swung on and fouled back again. So now the 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up for Lillian Newham. A 2-2 count with a runner on second, 2 away, and a 6-0 Hallsville lead. That pitch is low for ball number 3. And Allison Eichelberger about halfway between second and third base with that takeoff after the pitch. Here's the 3-2. Swung on, sent down, foul down the third baseline, and that is now the 9th pitch of the at-bat. The 10th pitch is upcoming. Really trying her best to keep this inning alive. Here's the pitch. That one swung on and fouled heads up over the back of the netting. The 11th pitch of the plate appearance coming up. The 3-2, that one's high and misses. And finally taking the base on the walk is Lillian Newham, who had to work for that one. And a great plate appearance from the junior from Boonville. And now Maddie Wells steps up to the plate. And that pitch going to be taken for a ball. So a 1-0 count now. That pitch is skied right field and can't quite come up with it in foul territory for Hallsville. And despite Haley Martin tracking under that one, couldn't quite come away with it. Wind, a big factor here, as you might be able to hear. And that one pushed it even further into foul territory. So the 1-1, that one's taken high and makes it a 2-1. And going over to third base, and a stolen base is a little bit of confusion there, going back to the pitcher. And now Allison Eichelberger gets over to third base. So runner on first and third as that one sent over into left field on the pop-up, and coming down with that one and making the play in left field for Hallsville to end the inning. And at the end of that one, nothing going for Boonville despite a runner on first and third. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. It's 6-0 Hallsville in the middle of the 5th inning. We'll be right back after this on the Show Me Sports Network.
At Centurion Cares, for more than 3 decades, their focus has been on exceeding customer expectations for contact center software solutions. Their innovative communication solutions include utility interactive voice response software that allows for smart communication features that let your utility deliver superior customer service 24/7. They also provide other streamlined services like automatic call distribution, automated customer callback, reporting, and quality assurance. To find out more about how Centurion Cares can help your business, call them at 727-421-5300 or look them up online at centurioncares.com. Centurion Cares, innovative communication solutions.
And welcome back into Hallsville softball. I'm Austin Thomas here with the Show Me Sports Network's coverage of the district quarterfinals. Hallsville find themselves up 6-0 in the bottom of the 5th inning to the Boonville Lady Pirates. And Hallsville has looked fantastic tonight, and in large part thanks to the great performance in the circle from Brianne Wildenhain, who has plenty of strikeouts on the night, all the way up to 10 strikeouts. She's hit double digits on her effort tonight through 5 innings. And now Abby Lear to lead off the offensive charge for Hallsville. She's 0 for 2 on the night. Did reach, however, her last plate appearance on the error. Takes that first pitch for a ball. So makes it a 1-0 count to start things off for Lear, the second baseman. Takes pitch number 2, again high and outside, so makes it 2-0. And the sun has now gone down, and as the wind picks up, it gets a little bit colder out here, maybe even a little chilly. Still pretty nice. So that one's fouled back, so makes it 2-1. Still pretty nice, I'd say about, well, just going based off of my own feel, I'm going to say 67. And the 2-1 now. The weather temperature says 73 outside, although now that we're in the shade, it is sure to go down pretty quickly. Over the night, there is supposed to be some rain here, but is not going to hit us right now. So a 3-1 count as that pitch is taken high for ball 3. The 3-1, that one is fouled down the first base line, and it loads the count 3-2. And Lear going to try to get on base here and add some more insurance for the Indians. Here comes the pitch. That one swung on and sent foul down the third base line. So it remains a 3-2 count. Lear staying alive here, but with a 3-2 count, she could be due to get on base by taking a pitch. Does not want to go down here. Here's the pitch. That one swung on down third baseline and foul. Looked like it was right on that line, but it was Emmy Kamojis who picks that one just as it crossed the line foul. So it remains 3-2. 8th pitch of the plate appearance coming up for Abby Lear. Here it comes. That pitch is low, and that's going to be ball number 4. So Lear heads over to first base with her first of the day getting on to base. Well, apologies. Actually, she had gotten, of course, on the error earlier in the game. So now stepping up to the plate, it's Ellie Schisler. She had that nice double in the third inning, and then came around to score later on the error on Maddie Carmichael's hit. So she's 1 for 2 on the night. That pitch is going to be a ball, so 1-0 now. To Schisler, the catcher. Runner on first base. 6-0 Hallsville lead, and that one's fouled straight back over the netting, so it goes to a 1-1 count. Schisler, a junior, can also play the outfield along with catcher. And here comes the pitch. That one is fouled. Well hit, but foul down the third base line. So goes to a 1-2 count now. With the 1-2 count, Lillian Newham still on the mound for Boonville. And that pitch is swung on and sent in between the third base and shortstop gap and into left field for a hit. Her second of the night. And now runners are on first and second. 2 for 3 on the night for Ellie Schisler. Single and the double earlier as well. has 1 RBI on the night. So now at the plate, it's Maddie Carmichael. She's going to pop that one foul. And that one is going to go over the netting. Right over the stands here. Lots of Hallsville fans traveled out for this one. Lots of purple in the crowd over there. So an 0-1 count now to Carmichael. Runners on first and second. That one pops up and misses my setup by about 5 yards as it was popped up again over the netting. So an 0-2 count. First and second base are runners looking to advance from second to third. It's Abby Lear on first base. It's Ellie Schisler as that one is going to be taken low for ball number 1. So a 1-2 count now to Carmichael. That pitch is swung on and sent foul, but well down the left field line. My view is a little bit obstructed over here. So I can't quite see the left field right there, but do know that it ended up falling foul. So it remains 1-2 now to Maddie Carmichael. Here's the pitch, and that one is outside for ball number 2, so it now evens the count at 2-2. First 2 batters of the inning did reach safely for Hallsville. Abby Lear on the walk, and then Ellie Schisler with the single. Is that one same spot as Schisler for the single, and all runners will advance 1 spot but no further, as that's going to be a single for Maddie Carmichael. So a nice hit from Maddie Carmichael, and Abby Lear moves to third. Ellie Schisler moves to second, and it sets up Haley Martin at the plate for Hallsville. Martin was intentionally walked her last plate appearance and then grounded out in her first. So 0 for 1 on the night, but has reached. Was that last base runner to reach in that 5-run third inning for Hallsville. Leading 6-0 now. Martin takes that pitch outside for ball number 2, so a 2-0 count to Haley Martin.
Go, Haley. Go, Haley.
3 batters, 3 base runners for Hallsville. Haley Martin looking to add to that one, and that pitch is going to be taken low for ball number 3, and it rolled a little bit back behind Maddie Wells, the catcher, but not advancing home was Lear. She just stuck on third with a 3-0 count. Why not? Why risk it? As that one is going to be high for ball number 4, so a 4-0 walk, and Haley Martin gets in there with an RBI walk.
At bat number 2, Marissa Austin.
So Abby Lear comes around to score, and that makes the score 7-0 Hallsville here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Here's the pitch. That one swung on, hit high into right field, trailing back, trying to make the catch, and under that one for the out, but runners are advancing now. Sophie Zeller under it in right field, but every base runner tagged up there and was able to move around. Actually, I must have missed it. It looks like the ball was dropped. Had a little bit of an obstructed view. Yeah, the ball was dropped, so that's going to be... Now the bases remain loaded. It was 8-0. All the runners were ready to advance on the tag up. But now safe at first base, it was Marissa Austin. So every runner advances again, and that's going to make it 8-0 Hallsville. Edie Cobb now at the plate. She's 1 for 2 on the night, had a single, and also added a walk as well. Now a 1-2 count to Edie Cobb as Lillian Newham works on the mound. Still no outs despite 5 batters for Hallsville. Here's the pitch. That one is high, and that's going to be ball number 2, so a 2-2 count. Cobb, the 6th batter of the inning for the Indians. Looking to add on here with that one. Sent up the middle. Oh, and a diving play over at shortstop, but can't quite come up with it. And that's going to be a single for Edie Cobb, and a nice hit right there. Nearly got through, but a great play over from shortstop by Cora Thompson to keep it in front of her. Although all the runners do advance and a run does score, it doesn't allow for any more damage to be done there. However, now a 9-0 Hallsville lead in the bottom of the 5th, and a little bit of a visit here in the circle. And checking in on Lillian Newham is head coach Christy Zeller. Hallsville has been very excited today, and rightfully so. They find themselves on the brink of moving on to the district semifinals, which would be played on Saturday at 11 a.m. if they do advance.
At bat number 7, Delaney Crocker.
So now at the plate, it's Delaney Crocker, the third baseman for Hallsville. That pitch is going to be fouled down the third base line. So the 0-1 now to Crocker. That pitch is high and away, and evens the count 1-1. Crocker walked her last plate appearance, reached on an error in her second, and in her first plate appearance ended up flying out to center field as that one's hit well and deep into center field, going back and making the catch in center field this time for out number 2, but advancing home, and that is going to be a 10-run lead for Hallsville, and that is going to do it. So a walk-off sac fly right there, and a 10-0 win for Hallsville, as going up for the sac fly to center field, and coming home to score was Haley Martin. So that is going to do it. Hallsville win the game 10-0 over Boonville, and they will march on in the district playoffs again Saturday at 11 a.m. Central Time, local time as well, will be the next game that Hallsville will play. We'll cover that and more coming up in a quick Hallsville post-game show coming up after this on the Show Me Sports Network. We'll be right back.
The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
There's no better way to celebrate a special event or show someone just how important they are to you than gifting them something handcrafted from Country with a Heart. Handmade in mid-Missouri, Country with a Heart specializes in hand-built woodworking projects for every occasion. Their design collection includes children's furniture, doll furniture, household items, holiday decor, outdoor decorations, custom projects, and everything in between. To view their full inventory of projects, visit countrywithaheart.com and find them on Facebook by joining the Country with a Heart group page.
The following public service announcement is brought to you by the Eddie Gaedel Society, Jefferson City Chapter 10, doing little things to make a big difference.
Want to make a big difference in your community? Be kind to others, drive safely, and put litter in its proper place.
Join us in celebrating Eddie Gaedel's historic Major League appearance as a member of the St. Louis Browns by doing something nice for someone today.
Take a walk, Eddie.
Since 2018, Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC has been specializing in all things custom, using large format, high-powered lasers with some of the most advanced technologies on the market. Anything can become a canvas. The state-of-the-art system makes quick work of custom engraving on cups, glass, tile, wood, acrylic, metal, headstones with endless possibilities. They also offer custom one-of-a-kind signs that are sure to make your design stand out. Find them on Facebook at Han Custom Laser Engraving or call 573-489-8732 to find out more. Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC, a veteran-owned business.
And welcome back into the Hallsville Indians on the Show Me Sports Network. The first game of the district playoffs just finished up, and Hallsville ended up winning on the Mercy Rule 10-0 over Boonville, the final score there. And, well, it was thanks to a great pitching performance that they shut out Boonville. Brianne Wildenhain, fantastic on the night, 10 strikeouts through 5 shutout innings, and looked fantastic. The fourth inning had 3 strikeouts, all on 3 pitches. Now, she had allowed the leadoff single, so it wasn't an immaculate inning, but a great performance from her in that inning. Also, the second inning had 2 strikeouts and had a ground out as well. So 3 outs on 3 batters in that inning. Throughout the game, just fantastic in the circle. Was really untouchable. Allowed just 3 hits throughout the game through 5 innings. Also was not really inaccurate with her pitches. Walked 3 batters, also hit 1 with a pitch. So over the entire game, that was kind of her stats. And looking at the offense as well, some great games all around. 2 singles from Edie Cobb, who was 2 for 3 on the night, also got a walk and ended up scoring as well 1 time on the night. Delaney Crocker had the final plate appearance of the night with her sac fly to center field. And then she also had a walk in the 4th inning. The 3rd inning had an error over to third base and flew out in the 1st. The Meredith Blakemore as well had 1 for 3 on the night. She did reach twice, though. She reached on a 2-base error in the 1st inning, also had a single in the 3rd. Brianne Wildenhain, 1 for 3 on the night from the plate. Although she was fantastic on the mound, she did have a double, the first run of the game on the RBI double. She started things off for Hallsville right. Abby Lear also reached base on a walk and an error. 0 for 2 on the night. Ellie Schisler was 2 for 3. She had a double and a single and flew out to first base. Maddie Carmichael was 1 for 3. She reached twice, once on the single and on the error. Haley Martin was 0 for 1 on the night, but reached on an intentional walk and then later a walk as well, grounded out to the pitcher in her first plate appearance. And then Marissa Austin closed things out. She was 0 for 3 on the night, but did reach again on the error from right field. And that was the recap of your Hallsville Indians. The final score, Hallsville wins 10 over Boonville's nothing. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and we will be back with more Hallsville Indians softball coverage as they continue their journey in the district playoffs They'll be back with the district semifinals on Saturday at 11 a.m. You can tune in. We'll be here on the Show Me Sports Network covering that game live from Moberly. This game was in Macon. That game will be in Moberly, so we'll be there covering that one if you aren't able to make it. And, of course, thank you for tuning in, and have a fantastic rest of your night.
You've been listening to the biggest and absolute best coverage in mid-Missouri on the exclusive home for Hallsville Lady Indians softball, the Show Me Sports Network, and the Lady Indians Radio Network. The Show Me Sports Network broadcast crew are the ones that know your Lady Indians the best. Exclusive coverage of Hallsville Lady Indians softball has been brought to you by Avon with Michelle Cartier.